Okay, so now that we've clicked on Seesaw, the first step is to come over here into the top left corner where you'll see like a bug, an insect, maybe an animal, and just double check to make sure that that does say your child's name on it. After you have verified that, then we are going to come over here to where it says activities. So click on that. Once you click on activities, then this will pop up where it says math review. Once you see that it is a math review worksheet, you are going to click on this green add button. And once we click on that, this is where your child will be able to manipulate and write on the actual worksheet using their finger. So click on add. Okay, and then we'll just kind of all give a couple examples throughout the worksheet here so that you understand and your child understands what exactly I am wanting them to do. So at the top here, it says check off as you complete the following task. And there's 3 tasks up here at the top: counting by 10s to 100, counting by 5s to 100, and then counting backwards from 20. So in order to show me that they have done that, I'm going to have them record themselves. So they're going to come down here to the bottom where there's multiple blue buttons, and they're going to click on the record button. Now, as soon as they click that record button, it doesn't automatically start recording them. They will have to click on this red button down here at the bottom, and then they will click on that button again to stop when they're done. I'm only going to do one of the activities at the top just to save time, but they will want to do all 3 of the activities before they stop recording. Okay, so it would look something like this. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So right now it's processing that. Sometimes it can take a little while. All right, so it's done. And if you would like to listen to make sure that your child did what they were supposed to, or if they want to listen to make sure they didn't miss any of their numbers, all they have to do is click on this play button and they'll be able to listen to themselves. And then after they're okay with everything, you're going to come up here to this check mark, click on that, and then it's going to bring you back to this original screen. Now, it said to check them off as we completed them. So in order to check it off, I'm going to come back down here to the bottom and click on the draw button. Once I click on the draw button, it's going to pop up to a new screen. And you're going to want to make sure that you are on the draw button, which automatically is always clicked on, which is that pencil down here at the bottom. And then you can choose the size of pencil that you want when you use your finger. And of course, you can come over here and choose colors too. So then I'm just going to check off count by 10s to 100, count by 10s or count by 5s to 100, and counting backwards from 20. Okay, I know I didn't do all those, but that's what it would look like once you complete that. Okay, now the next step here is in the middle, and it wants us to write or type the missing number. So there's a couple options here. You can stay on this screen and the kids can use their finger to write the missing numbers like this. Or if they'd like to type the missing number, they can come up here to this check mark. Actually, I'm sorry, they don't have to come to the check mark. They can come back down here where it says label. They're going to click on label. And now you see that your cursor is flashing in the middle of the page. Now, what I can do is I can put my finger on this and I can move it around to where I want it. And then I can just type my number in, my missing number, like that. Now mine is a little big. And like I said, I'm using my MacBook, so it's a little bit trickier than using your finger. But you can manipulate again, and you can make it smaller if you want to. You can move it around. But those are a couple different options. So they could either write it or they can draw it. I'm sorry, or they can type it. Then down at the bottom, they're going to do some coloring. And you'll notice there's color words, which they should know all of these color words. So then they have to come over here and choose the colors and finish coloring up these different shapes. Now I know it's going to be tricky to stay inside the lines, but I would like them to try their best to get those all colored in as best they can. And again, like I said, I'm using my MacBook here, so it's a little trickier to get this all colored in, but I think you probably get the idea. Okay. Now, when the whole sheet is complete, they can turn it in, and to do that, they're going to come up here, click on the check mark. Okay, it brings them back to the original screen. It just kind of shows that it's almost like saying, okay, are you ready to turn it in? Yes, you are. So you click on the check mark again. Again, it might take it a little bit since you did a lot of work to the worksheet. And then once you have turned it in successfully, you should get a screen that looks like this. And you should see your worksheet with the completed work on it, and then there's going to be this blue bar across the top saying waiting for teacher approval. I can't guarantee that I will have them all checked tomorrow night, but I will have them checked in the morning. So you will have that to look at too, and you can see how they've turned it in. If you have any questions, remember you can send me a dojo. If you want to, you can also send me email. But for the most part, I think the kids should be able to handle this. We have worked in Seesaw. We've done some of this work before. So